Hey, what's up everyone? Danny here, and in this video I want to talk about a continuity of the previous videos. We talked about all of the basic punches. Now we're actually going to cover the body shots, punches to the stomach and the sides of the body. Check it out. Okay, so striking to the body is no different mechanically in the torque and rotations than striking to the head. All right, so when we cover the crosses, hooks, uppercuts, rotation of your trunk and your shoulders, as well as using the lower body to generate momentum and power, the same things, same principles will apply when you attack to the stomach and body shots, okay? So let's take a look. When I strike to the head and I'm throwing a cross, for example, I'm rotating, and if I throw the left hook, I'm also rotating. Now, if I throw the jab cross, I'm also going to pivot my legs and engage my shoulders as such, all right? So we covered this stuff in the basics. If you haven't seen those videos, go back on my channel and make sure to watch the jab cross, the hooks, and the uppercut videos. Excellent tutorials teaching you the mechanics, the basic fundamentals of those strikes. Now, when I want to attack to the body, we already talked about always using your offense while using some defense. So if I'm attacking someone's face with a cross, I want to make sure the opposite hand is protecting my face in case the opponent counters. This is common sense stuff, and these are basic fundamentals you have to have every time you're training, whether you're shadow boxing, training on the pads, sparring of course, and also the heavy bag. So now when I start attacking to the body, the same principles as when I attack the head are going to apply. I need to defend myself at the same time in case the counterattack comes in. So I definitely don't want to go nonchalantly to the body and not being aware that I can get hit in the face in the process. Okay, so when I attack my cross, my hand is protecting the chin on this side. When I attack the cross to the stomach, for example, the same thing will apply, or even with the jab, left straight, right straight. So I don't want to do it in this fashion where my face is uncovered. So what I'm going to do now to engage the shoulder and my hands up is going to be to lower my trunk. So I need to bend my knees. So if I throw my jab straight in like this, everything is open on this side. So now when I lower my center of gravity, I start to get some protection with my arm and shoulder. Okay, so now straight left to the body or jab. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bend and engage the trunk into my strike as I step it in right in the center where the solar plexus is ideally. All right, so left jab, step it in. Left jab, step it in and come back out. All right, from this side, same thing, straight left to the body, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Same thing with the cross, but now there's going to be more engagement from the back side, the back leg, of course. Now, stepping it in from the front, from the side. And once more. That way there, I use defense along with the offense. So let's take a look now at the jab and the cross to the solar plexus ideally, all right? So my left straight, which is the jab, is going to look like such. And then come back. I widen my base and I get out of there as quickly. Body strikes are quite different than attacking the head, all right? So I'm not going to start doing combinations with the body shots. I'm going to enter to the body and get out, or enter to the body and create an angle to set up more attacks, which we'll cover in future videos. But just on singular attacks, if I know it's going to be just one shot, I want to hit to the body and get out of there as quickly as possible. All right, so my left straight or jab, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And to this side, same thing, 1, 2, and then come back. On the cross, same thing applies. If I'm facing the camera now, I'm going to change my level and now rotate the trunk and shoot out the right straight to the body. Right to here. Right to here. And now, just like the cross to the face, don't rotate the arm and twist your leg. It's the opposite. The driver is the back leg, and this drives the hip into the shoulder and the rotation into your punch. The punch is just the object that attains the target. But the momentum that generates power is the whole rotation of your right side on the right cross. So now same thing applies to the body. I rotate, I turn, I cross my shoulder over. From here, level change, and back in. almost like an attempt to shoot or lunge. So slowly, once again, I step it in, my level changes, the trunk rotates, and then the shoulder pushes my strike, and I'm back out. Okay, so faster now. Once more, and I'm out of there. From this side, fast and slow. Fast first, and I'm back, or slow, rotate, and back in. I like to step it in for the cross because, of course, when I'm at a further distance away, the opponent's stomach, I won't be able to attain it. So for example, if this is the target right here, and I simply rotate from here without stepping it in, I'm not going to be able to reach the target. By taking one step and slide, boom, I've reached the target with one lead step. So it's always important when you attack the stomach to step in your punches, and keep your defensive on guard. All right, now, the third punch is the liver shot. The famous Boss Rutan liver shot. One of many boxers or great fighters' favorite punch. The one that creates the knockout that is only felt and sometimes seldom seen. That liver shot right here. So if you guys show it to me, it's gonna be here, right? So on my side, this is where your liver is. That's the left body shot, basically, okay? So a couple of ways of doing this if you've watched the left hook video. Same mechanics once again, but now I need to create a slight angle. When I say angle, it's not moving to the side completely, but just a slight step. So if I'm facing you guys, and I just drop here, your body is here. So by doing this, there's not a lot of momentum. So that's where people make the mistake of generating power by cheating the movement and pulling the arm down and then swinging to the rib cage. And a good fighter will see that coming from a mile away. So you can't have that. That can't be in the curriculum of your techniques. So to compensate, I'm going to do a step. So what I'm going to do is step here on an angle, see? So I step it in on a 45. So if I'm at 12 o'clock facing you guys, when you guys practice, imagine that 12 o'clock's in the middle, and you're going to step around 11 o'clock, all right? 10 or 11 o'clock, right here on an angle, step on a 45, okay? And now from there, I'm also going to pivot my shoulder. I'm going to dip in my right shoulder from here. And now this left hook comes straight down to the liver and to the body, all right? So if the body is right here, visualize the body being here, and I just do this, I'm telegraphing, right? Because I'm turning and showing that I'm pulling my arm back. But if I step it in, it almost looks like I'm going to throw across to your face, and from there the hands come up, boom! Left comes right into the rib cage, right into the liver. That's a powerful strike, guys. In sparring, I've knocked out a lot of people, cut the wind out, only with the left body shot, without going 100%. All right, so there's a lot of great fighters in MMA, in Thai boxing, and in boxing who've created great knockouts where fighters couldn't continue because of a devastating body shot to the liver. Sometimes even when they block with their arm and elbow, there's so much momentum and power generated in the left body shot that it goes right through and they still feel the effects of it, okay? So it's a great shot to do. Of course, we're just talking about how to apply it technically alone in a single punch right now. Make sure you watch all the videos on this channel because I'm going to show you how my favorite combinations to set up the left hook to the body. But now just the mechanics first, step by step, right? Imagine you're in grade 1 and we have to go by levels. So that first level is how to place the left body shot, okay? So I'm going to step it in slowly. I go 1 and rotate to come back to my center stance, all right? So once again, here, come off center line, throw the left hook, and I'm right back. From this angle, I'm here, I step in, and I back into my stance. And from this side, left body shot, and I'm back. Slowly, boom, hands back up. So you see how I dip and I use the bend of my knees, springy legs generate force. So that's why the lower body, the mechanics of rotating your trunk, of course, the speed and power of your legs will help, and the rotation of your trunk will generate a lot of power, especially when it comes to body shots. Now, let's talk about the right hook to the body. Okay, so on the opposite side, once again, if you guys are facing here in the camera, if I just throw it like this, okay, maybe if you're sleeping, I'm going to catch you. but I need to create a little bit more momentum. So I can't telegraph this punch coming to the body. So what I'm gonna do now, there's two things. For the right hook to the body, if I see the elbows are really up high, I'm gonna shoot it straight in. Boom, and come back, of course. This works almost every time. But on other times, I need you to react. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretend I'm throwing the left hand. So when I dip to this side, you're gonna do this. By doing this, that creates the opening for the right hook to the body. So I'll dip here, boom, and then coming in. And on this side, slowly, I dip it in, right body shot. And sometimes I'll dip in using a slip off the jab to throw the body shot. Okay, so imagine I'm throwing the jab here in the camera. You slip your head to this direction, and this is the opening for your right body shot. So now if I'm doing the slip, it'll look like this. I slip away from the jab, boom, connect to the rib cage with the right hand. From this side slowly. 1, 2. Other times, if I see the elbows are up, boom, pop it straight in. Elbows are up, boom, straight in. Other times, I'll feint, drive it. Other times, I'll slip, drive it, and also, this is more advanced, but I'll show you another tip, is sometimes I'll step with the back leg. I'll step it here, throw it, come back to my stance. See, slow motion, step it to the side, create a square stance, drive that power up, and then come back with my hand. Hand and feet, correct placement, perfect timing. All right, guys, let's go to punches number 5 and 6 to the body. These are seldom seen. Rarely used, but in my opinion, some of the most effective body shots you can do. But there's one caveat. You need to fight on the inside to get there. So of course, the best way to set them up is off counters, off slips, creating angles, or by throwing a deflection, such as a jab to bring the hands up, or sometimes beginners will close their eyes, and that's when they catch them with a body shot. And the next ones I'm gonna show you guys are left and right uppercuts to the body. All right, a lot of people think uppercuts are always to the face, underneath the chin, but they can very well be used into the body, okay? So sometimes I like to call these the shovel hooks. Shovel hooked on the left and shovel hook on the right side. So the shovel hook is gonna resemble a hybrid between a left body shot or a left uppercut to the face. A little bit of in between, but creating the same mechanics of your shoulders. Now, if the opponent is bent forward and using the double guard up, a lot of times you can catch them with the shovel hook into the sternum, into the chest, into the solar plexus, or right through the guard, okay? So, shovel hook to the left, dip in, and boom. And to the right, I dip in, and boom. All right, so look at it as a low uppercut. From the side, left, I shovel hook in, boom. And on the right side, I dip, boom. So instead of aiming here now, I'm gonna be aiming here. So imagine I'm fighting you guys and I start to bend forward. This is where it's gonna land. Or right onto my guard. And that creates openings, all right? But for now, left and right uppercut once again. So on the left side, boom, and on the right side, boom, and I come back. 1, 2, 1, 2, or sometimes again, with an angle step, boom, and I'll come back. I like to use this angle step, but that'll be for future videos. For now, we talked about the body shots, body attacks, punches to the stomach and sides of the body, liver, rib cage. These are damaging shots. Now, when you're working body shots in sparring or with a training partner, you want to go gentle. You want to go about 30–40%. You're not going to get the devastating effect of it. But when you work the Thai pads, or in my case, my favorite piece of equipment to work power on the body shots has always been the classic heavy bag, or even a teardrop bag for that matter, all right? And just pound the heavy bag away and generate a lot of force and a lot of power. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, once again, leave us a thumbs up and we'll catch you in the next one. Keep training those body shots, rip it up. In the next video, I'll show you guys how to train them on the belly pad.